EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jackson, first play, going to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Miles Sanders, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5. Here's Murray. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Murray now. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And it's caught. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Drake London with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kenyon Drake, 69 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. DJ Moore, 75 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Gregory Rousseau buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. On second and a long way to go. Jackson. And he bats it away and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Here's Corliss Waitman now. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Murray off play action. That's swung out wide to Sanders. On the move past the 40. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Come on.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray. Touchdown! De'Ami Brown. 28 yards. And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Evan Ingram, 75 yards.
And the Bucs get a bit closer.
Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on number one.
On second and inches, Murray steps away.
He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Murray. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and goal from the 1. Murray now to throw. Touchdown, Cowboys! De'Ami Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. 1 play, 1 pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead. But sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now the rookie fourth-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down by Pete Warner.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 74 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Murray now on 1st down.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. To throw is Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got some space here.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Miles Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 94 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another run with Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off the draw, here's Michel. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Murray going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Landry now on the return. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for 28 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson will throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And now the rookie's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. York now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Now Jackson. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And Jackson throwing once more. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Another carry for Michel on 2nd down. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now Landry. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing to battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Michel running right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners to run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Another carry for Michel on second down.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Got to think that Michel looks back on his trade to L.A. last season fondly. Getting to start again, he ended up picking up 845 yards, and just as importantly, won the 2nd Super Bowl ring of his career.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they won 3 and out.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and goal from inside the 5. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tyler Beatty
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Jackson's throw here taken in by Ingram.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they're going to try to eat some clock with Michel. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And it'll be intercepted.
picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Dallas, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.